We got to talk about this grifting fraud, Elijah Bleu. This video might come as a surprise to many people because, you know, it makes you ask yourself, what kind of person would deliberately go on the internet and lie about being a victim of trafficking and severe abuse at the hands of people that they trusted? It's a good question. I don't believe I have the answer because I don't have it in me to make up these kinds of lies. And I know it's really challenging for many people to listen to a story told like the one that Elijah Bleu tells about herself and call her a liar. I never thought I would say these words, but I do not believe that the story that she is telling based on the things that I have seen and researched today. And when I look at this situation with Elijah Bleu, it reminds me a lot of Jack Murphy. Jack Murphy positioned himself among congressional candidates, people in government, people who literally worked for President Trump during his presidency, you know, people like Matt Brainard and stuff. And, you know, this is a guy who, you know, he had this book that was kind of popular, From Democrat to Deplorable. Very, very popular book. And, you know, he pretended to be MAGA. And of course, it was discovered that he's actually a pornographer. He's a disgusting creep. He's a total fraud. He paints himself as like this masculine bro, you know, like Mike Cernovich or whatever. But he's also taking it in the bum, shoving giant objects up his bum. That's really disgusting. That's not masculine at all. You don't come back from that. He's writing these blogs. He's writing these articles about watching men from Tinder plow his I guess his wife now, the red hen, you know, getting all loosey-goosey, getting all slimy. And he's, you know, writing about it and getting very excited in every way possible. The guy's a total fraud. And it just, and the thing that really got me was the fact that he has this cult, the Seminole Order, and one of his members goes on a killing spree, goes on a mass shooting, and the media didn't bother to blow this thing up. The media will run away with stories that you know, with events that didn't even happen, you know, like fake hate crime hoax, you know, Jesse Smollett comes to mind. But here you have the Democrat from Deplorable, the guy, leader of the Seminole Order cult, who talks and hangs out with people in Trump world, being exposed as not only a fraud, but as the leading member of a group where one of its members killed people, and everybody was just all hush-hush about it. You know, the people at the Timcast crew, they said nothing about it. That's how you know they got zero integrity. I don't really trust those guys. They're kind of lame to me. I mean, that's just how I feel. You know, maybe there's a legitimate excuse for their silence, but again, you guys cover the news. This is absolutely newsworthy. Somebody in your circle, somebody who was on your show like a million times, he has this cult, and one of its members goes on a violent rampage. People died, and they said nothing about it. Nobody said anything about it. Suspicious. Elijah Bleu is honestly not that different. Does she have a cult following? No. She's probably got an army of simps, you know, because, you know, she's not like ugly or anything. But she comes out of nowhere, kind of, and she sells herself as this victim. And I never doubted the story. You know, generally, I'm a nice guy. So when people tell me something, I tend to believe them. Someone tells me their favorite color is pink. Well, maybe it's pink. I have no reason to dispute that. Someone says, you know, they used to be a truck driver and now they, you know, sell vacuums. Okay, I have no reason to, dispute these claims. So Elijah Bleu says that she is a victim of sex trafficking. I had no reason to not believe her. I had no reason to really believe her anyways. But again, the default position is give people the respect and, you know, kind of take them at their word for it. Trust but verify. Did I verify? No, but somebody did. Somebody did verify. And I have it right here on the screen, you guys. But before we get into that, I mean, there was some interesting things happening. Dick Masterson coming out of nowhere with these fucking juicy takes. Ian Malchong, who has been accused of being a serial grifter by Jeremy from the Quartering. By the way, like, I make fun of Jeremy from the Quartering for, like, you know, the neck beard and being a consumer, you know, Disney product enjoyer and shit like that. But, like, the guy seems to have integrity. I'll give him that. He seems to be like a decent lad. Easy to make fun of, but at least he stands by his word and defends his friends and shit. So yeah, Ian Monchan used to work for him, and now he says, I've had my differences with Elijah Bleu on some issues, but she does tremendously important work, and the attacks against her lately are from no-life grifters, which is rich coming from him, who are posting private info, not true, about her without her consent, needs to be addressed, and they need to stop. No one's doing this. This is a lie. Dick Masterson out of nowhere with his fucking juicy post. Eliza doesn't do anything, and neither do you. You pundits of the commentary class exist to farm super chats and drain energy from grassroots movements. You are toadies to slave masters and complicit in the assassination of the middle class. Stop giving these fuckers money. Hippotard Amos. Hell, just so everyone knows, Elijah Bleu and her goons are false striking YouTubers and getting them banned for asking questions about her past. Elijah and her goons got Brittany Venti banned. Also, Elijah looks like a villain from the Hunger Games. Hashtag free Brittany Venti. Brittany Venti, I think she had her account reinstated on YouTube. I don't know if she's able to post at the moment on Twitter, but yeah. Right here from Manuel DeFango, and I spoke with him in Discord privately, and I'm hoping that I can get him on and ask him questions. I'm not going to go over every little bit of this, but this is important. Oh, finally, you got blocked by lying grifter Elijah Bleu. In honor of this, we will fully debunk her lie of being a sex trafficking survivor with her own words. That's quite a claim, man. That's quite a claim, but this is yet to be disproven. This is yet to be debunked. Over 300,000 views on this post. So this is going viral. People are getting banned. People are getting punished for calling out Elijah Bleu, the grifting hack, who, by the way, much like Cuck Murphy, she's positioned herself around people like Elon Musk. She gets the attention of people like Elon Musk. Much like Lex Fridman, just totally suspicious dude. They're all surrounding these very powerful people, and when anybody calls them out on their grift, on their fakery, on their trickery, we get punished for it, for our lawful speech. And by the way, Elijah Bleu claims to be a free speech advocate. Total lie. Let's continue. So Elijah Bleu claims to have been trafficked in LA as a young girl, but forgot she was well known in the My Chemical Romance community. During that time, she lived on MySpace and hung out with Jeffree Star around the 2007 date she sets for her alleged trafficking. Interesting. I also hung out with Jeffree Star from 2005 to 2008 and was around when she first showed up to the crew. Back then, she was a silly fangirl of the My Chemical Romance band and gave two shits about child trafficking. Yeah, I believe that. You see, in 2007, when she claims things went down, she was rolling between LA, Phoenix, Chicago, and didn't drink or do drugs. She was a straight edge girl who traveled all over the place and had a mile-long internet history of daily posts. See, Elijah Bleu had years to stand up for sex trafficking with her massive, MySpace presence and never did. She was friends with many dudes that later got outed for being pedo, and she did nothing. Not ever spoke out once. Interesting. From MySpace, Elijah Bleu was popular on live stream platform. From MySpace, Elijah Bleu was also popular on live streaming platforms like Stickam, which doesn't exist anymore, I think. I had a front page Friday night show every week with Cyber54 and regularly interacted with Elijah Bleu, Jeffree Star, and Matthew Lush. She was a completely different person. You see, in 2007, Elijah Bleu was busy claiming to be engaged to Gerard Way of MCR, the band, the My Chemical Romance band. During the time, she now claims to have been trafficked during the same time. This coupled with the fact that she refuses to name her abusers. And now you see the big lie. Don't you think she would have been writing about it on her live journal, talking about it to all of her fans, raising awareness? Nah, because she had it made up and figured people would be too stupid to research it. Yeah, probably. I can't click on these links, you guys, because we're in OBS. Last year, someone compiled the My Chemical Romance story to show Elijah Bleu was a crazy stalker of the band, threatened to commit ending of herself. The trafficking story is just made up entirely, probably to get back years later at MCR band members. Why she doesn't name anyone. Now, break into now with this teaser trailer from her sex trafficking survivor interview, ? She was a farm girl, ? She wanted to be famous, ? See, things aren't adding up, and we have only used her own words. It gets weirder. Elijah Bleu was on TV show Blind Date, which ran from 1999 to 2006. On that show from 2006, Eliza claimed to be the age of 21 and talked about sex. Yet a year later, she was 17 and being trafficked. It's not adding up, is it? Here's the timeline that they put. 2006, blind date, 21 years old. 2007, MCR emo girl, MySpace sitcam and getting trafficked, question mark. 2016, refused sex for $150K. In the year 2022, 15 years ago, at 17, I was trafficked, setting the date at 2007. See the issue coupled with her blocking and attacking people for asking questions? The story doesn't add up. She was an internet star in 2007, and it never came up. Then was the world star hip hop girl. It would make more sense if the trafficking happened in the 2016 era. Now to her actual story. Groomed at age 15 at the Vans Warped Tour for 2 years by an unnamed photographer. Went to LA with photographer and moved before she was 18. Got into drugs and was sold. Now we have a good timeline for everything. My Chemical Romance once played the Vans Warped Tour from 2004 to 2005, putting her story at 2005 for being 15 years old. Yet somehow in 2006, she was on Blind Date claiming to be 21 years old. By the way, in Blind Date, that video, again, you guys are going to have to take my word for it. I'm going to leave a link in the description to this thread so you can see for yourself. But she did not look like a teenager. She looked like a full woman, a young mid 20-year-old woman, 21-year-old. Yeah, I can buy 21 years old. Sure. So is she claiming she was trafficked by My Chemical Romance members? Question mark. People connected to Blind Date? Question mark. Jeffree Star? James Charles? Question mark. Question mark. Unnamed photographer? Question mark. It's just another grift, folks. 2012, phone call to mom about being a video vixen from her personal YouTube she hasn't posted on in years. Didn't seem to mind or care about her story and almost enjoying her video vixen prostitution lifestyle. She even tried to get on American Idol. Yet 11 years ago, she was 29 years old. In 2011, making her 17-year-old in 2005. Claim false yet again. Like, does she not know how the internet works? How could someone live so many lives and lies all at once? In 2010, New York Post had her at the age of 28 years old. Chicago Editions, Tuesday, January 19th, Eliza Seep, 28, from Chicago, the hair and makeup artist, a.k.a. Eliza Cuts, performed Oh Holy Night. And Sinead O'Connor's Nothing Compares to You. Interesting. 2010, guys. 2010. She was 28 years old. 2009, Eliza Seep, also known especially on the internet as Eliza Cuts, had been all the buzz at the Chicago American Idol audition for season 9. The singer reportedly has been spending a lot of time with the producers and had been filmed excessively. Interesting. Here's Eliza Cuts singing with her band 14 years ago before she went on to be an American Idol. Maybe it's the horrible quality, but she doesn't seem like the next Adam Laxell. That's just mean. But yeah, you guys get the point. Weird that an advocate to fight against SA, abuse, grooming, CSA, trafficking, etc., would mention James Charles without mentioning his alleged crimes towards minors, which have been prominent in the news. Then again, Eliza is Jeffree Star's old friend. Yeah, look at this. Maybe James Charles looks like me. You look like James Charles, not gonna lie. Yeah. Disgusting. Here, did you guys see that? This is Jeffree Star. This is what Jeffree Star looked like back in the MySpace days, and she had that like little Kelly Clarkson hair. Interesting. So yeah, and I paid the price for it, guys. I'm paying the price for it. Speaking out on this topic, I made a tweet to Cassandra Fairbanks, and I got blocked for it. And I write, people with zero integrity keep defending blatant grifters. Look at that, I'm fucking blocked. Cassandra Fairbanks. I liked her work as a writer, as a she wants to be a shitter. Disgusting. Let's go to tweets and replies. All right, so I write before I was blocked. Yeah, I can't see these posts anymore because she blocked me because she sucks. All these people on Timcast with no integrity. She's threatening God, I can't spell it. She's threatening to sue Brittany Venti and Jeremy from the Quartering. She has her quote unquote best friend literally saying she's flagging us. Does nobody from the Timcast crew have any shred of fucking integrity? And, you know, she was basically defending this nonsense. Yeah, Cassandra Fairbanks, she was making all these excuses, jumping through these hoops. Yeah, so Cassandra Fairbanks writes, is like, oh, something along the lines of, you know, she doesn't have to defend her past. She doesn't have to explain anything to anybody. She doesn't owe you, blah, 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 blah. So I write, nobody is saying the video proves she wasn't trafficked, but she's literally pitching two timelines of people, and neither of them add up. She's shielding herself from criticism because she talks about kids getting fucked by creeps. Criticize Eliza all day. Why cover for a blatant liar? I don't even know what I was trying to say. I fucked up on that. But yeah. Yeah, no, this is real. And, you know, it's like, okay, why are you doing this? Why'd you make these posts? Why are you so animated about this situation? It's because the discourse on the internet, on social media is fake, you guys. All these fucking people are fake. Cassandra Fairbanks, the fucking people at Timcast, fake. You know, Elijah Bleu, 100% fake. Jack Murphy, fake. Lex Fridman, fake. This illegitimate regime, Joe Biden, fake. Everything about him is fake. The fake truck driver, you know, the civil rights warrior, you know, he was jailed with Nelson Mandela. You know, he was a college professor. The guy's a fucking fraud. The guy's a loser. Everything about him is fake. And the discourse is just such bullshit. Darren Beatty put it best, you know, when he was criticizing Lex Fridman. He's like, why does he have a bug up his ass about Lex Fridman? It's because the discourse sucks. The discourse is manufactured. It's not real. It's a fugazi. You have, you know, this fake intellectual dork Webster like Lex Fridman, total phony. Again, another guy claiming to be like an MIT professor, whatever, total fraud. You know, you got Cuck Murphy pretending to be this macho man, but he's getting massive objects shoved up his bum, and he's like elated at the fact that these men are marching into his house and fucking his wife or, you know, his fiance at the time or whatever. And now we got Elijah Bleu trying to advocate for victims of abuse and of assault and all these awful crimes. And her whole life was all about her and only her and nobody else. She doesn't care about these victims. She's a fucking grifter. She's a liar. And I'm going to go out of my way. I know this is going to be controversial, but I don't believe she's ever helped anybody. I don't think any sex trafficking victim has ever been assisted by her. I don't think she's done any good. I think this is all about her. You know, all these shows she's been on, all the stupid music videos, like it's all about her. And if she doesn't get her way, she'll make up a story and garner all this sympathy, probably because she was dumped by Gerard Way. I guess I think that relationship is corroborated. Again, I plan to do a stream or an interview with the guy who came with the receipts. But yeah, let's fucking do better, you guys. Let's hold people accountable and not allow these fucking liars to pollute the discourse. It's already bad enough as it is. It really is. And yeah, Manuel Defango, God bless this guy. He is a host of the Defango show seen on Vice, Food Network, Spike TV, Ninja Video, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Cyberspace, Pirate, Conservative. So yeah, seems like a cool dude, comes out of nowhere and just like drops these receipts. Apparently he's been compiling this information for quite some time. Again, I got some questions for him. I hope to bring him on the Watch Frogs. That's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, man, let's hold everybody fucking accountable. And Elijah Bleu, man, again, if you wanted my advice, what I would have said was like, look, it was a long time ago. I'm an old lady. You know, sometimes I get the dates wrong. And, you know, it's like if she wouldn't have lied and just been like an advocate and then people had questions, she can just be like, look, I was around a lot of people. You know, a lot of young girls are being taken advantage of. It's really disgusting and gross. And I just want to prevent horrible things from happening. Done. No one's talking about the videos that she's done. No one's talking about, you know, her stupid posts. So again, there's nothing really wrong with anything that she did. She wants to be a superstar. She wants to be on American Idol. She wants to be in a band. She wants to, you know, twerk and rap videos. I do not care. I'm not going to make fun of her for that. But she's a liar. She's dishonest, and these people need to be punished. Anybody who does this shit needs to be punished. And then again, Brittany Venti was banned. She's starting to sue people for talking about this. Again, these are my opinions. I am just showing people what I've discovered that I think is interesting. You're more than welcome to talk with me. But if you want to throw a lawsuit my way, I fight fire with gasoline, and I probably have a lot more money than you do, Elijah Bleu. You don't impress me. Your story is fucking sus. Kiss my ass. And anybody who defends this shit, like the dorks over at the Timcast Network, peace out.